Do I
Questions for
say?
Peter?
Okay.
What do I do? Okay.
Peter, Julia Pierpont from Xinhua News of China. This has been an extraordinary ride for you, and apparently you didn't originally want to do the role.
Where'd you hear that?
Everybody says that.
That's nonsense. No, how does that rumor get started? No, I originally didn't want to do the role. No, I had some concerns. Maybe it's filtered down into some sort of rumor that I didn't want to do it. But when I met Dave and Dan for the first time with Carolyn Strauss, another producer on the show, it was so many years ago in Los Angeles here, they told me about it briefly, and then before I met them, and I came in with some concerns about this genre. Having seen many pieces, because I wasn't familiar with the books, so I wasn't familiar with the complexity of Tyrion at that point, because unfortunately, before this character, many times people my size weren't complicated enough for me to be interested in doing it. I had done it 1 or 2 times before, and it sort of didn't, grab me. But they relieved my concerns very quickly.
In the back row to the left.
Peter, congratulations. It's kind of a far-traveled journey you've had from the station agent. The last time I spoke with you, you were just doing indie films, and you were perfectly happy doing indie films. And now you're in one of the most successful television programs of all time. Bittersweet to find out it was coming to an end?
Of course. Yeah, I had my last day on set back in July of this year, just 2 months ago now, a little over 2 months ago, and it was very sad. This is not only a great TV show to be a part of, but it was an enormous family to be a part of. And I'm sure you've heard that before from actors, but in this case, I was far from home. I live in New York, and we shot the show over in Europe. So many times I had to stay there, and I wasn't able to go home on the weekends. And so I really developed deep roots in the community of Ireland and in some of the other countries we shot in. So it was definitely hard to say goodbye, because I wasn't saying goodbye just to the show. I was saying goodbye to a life over there.
And how do you top this?
How do I top Game of Thrones? Or winning an Emmy? Or everything? No, you just keep searching, hoping that the next writer you come across is equally as talented as David Benioff and Dan Weiss.
Thank you.
Mr. Dinklage, congratulations to you. It doesn't matter.
Hey.
I'm nothing to look at anyway.
Hey, watch that.
The show had become so popular so fast. It's a major motion picture every week.
Yeah.
Even with its popularity, I know that didn't surprise a lot of people as it began to grow, but has anything in that process surprised you?
About what? About the popularity?
About the growth of it, about where it went.
Yeah, it's always very surprising. Oftentimes the things I love being a part of, the movies I make that I'm very proud of, nobody ends up seeing because they're indie movies, and we struggle to find audiences for them. But this had that same feeling, but on a grander scale, and I absolutely adored this character and the stories we were telling. So it's just so beautiful when other people feel the same thing you do.
Last question here on the right.
Hi there, Peter. Angela Bishop from Network 10 Australia. G'day.
Hello. Good day.
You came down under a few years ago to make one of your films, I Love You Too, with Pete Hellier, and I thought it was magical. Now that Game of Thrones is done, would you consider coming back and making another one?
On my way.
On your way?
I love that man.
You love that man?
Yeah, I do.
So we could get you back down under in a flash?
Anytime.
Okay,
Yes.
you're on a promise.
Yes, I will commit to that promise.
Thank you, Peter. Congratulations.
You guys, thank you.